mixed martial artist holding an undefeated professional record. 13 wins, no losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 145 1/2 pounds. Presenting from Los Angeles, California, the #3 ranked featherweight contender in the world, Brian Tcity Ortega!
Jiu-Jitsu for me is sort of leverage. Started when I was 13, and now I feel like if it wasn't for Jiu-Jitsu, I wouldn't be who I am today. Probably in jail or dead.
For a kid growing up in the Section 8 housing projects of San Pedro, California, life can be a fight. There isn't always a way out. But Brian Ortega had Henner Gracie and the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Henner believed in me, and he never closed that door. The academy was my escape. I came out of here almost like baptized every time. I would do something stupid, I'd come in here and I'd spar and I'd train hard, and I was baptized. But then to go right back to that same environment.
There were times where he would come to the academy and I wouldn't see him for 2 or 3 months and then tell me that, one of his best friends was shot in a drive-by shooting in his neighborhood. I thought, man, he's either gonna get shot or he's gonna end up in jail.
Where I come from, we don't want to be the guy that says, hey man, this thing that we did last week kind of has me feeling this way. But I wanted to vent out. I was like, man, all this bothering me. I got a guilty conscience.
It was a matter of being there as someone that was not part of his outside life, that supported him, believed in him, and always welcomed him back with no judgment.
And he would try to give me the right advice, but it was coming from a source that didn't understand fully what I was going through.
Brian's loyalties kept him involved with trouble on the streets, while his Gracie Jiu-Jitsu had his name circling amongst the local underground fighting scene, piquing the interest of a local boxing coach.
At the time, he was 17 years old, and where he lives is no joke. Fortunate enough that I seen him with these guys, he shouldn't have been hanging around with. I go, it's gotta be him, that's him.
And instead of saying hi like a normal person would, he came up to me and looked at them and looked at me and told me, he goes, what are you doing with them? I looked at him like, oh, you just said the wrong thing right now. But the guy that was with me pretty much backed down from James, and that's when I felt the aura, like, wait, who is this guy? And why does this guy not want to mess with him?
When I was younger, I had nice hair. I was a good-looking kid, too, but I was tough. I used to fight, for nothing.
When Henner would tell me things, he really didn't understand from where I was coming from. Well, James was crazy, too, growing up. I asked around, and everyone was like, oh, all right, he's OG.
Brian seems something that's pretty much identical like me. There you go. Angle it. Nice.
I've never met someone who made it out. This is someone who did everything, and now he's clean cut.
Me and Brian have such a good relationship because it's not just boxing, it's about life.
It's a different kind of clamp.
Edgar has gone the full 25 minutes 8 times in the UFC.
And he was getting ready for another 25-minute fight against Max Holloway.
Right.
And knowing the pace that Holloway puts on, you got to imagine he was pushing that cardio really hard.
Oh, nice. He got stuck. Frankie's in trouble.
Nice by Ortega.
Ortega with a combination.
Nice by Brian Ortega.
Knockdown for Ortega. Tcity.
Wow. Wow.
Brian Ortega has done it. He becomes the first man to finish Frankie Tcity still undefeated.
For Henner and James, they're the yin and yang. One's the stand up.
Oh, big knee, huge knee.
And one's the ground.
Squeeze the leg, Brian. Yeah!
One was the one that understood me from the streets, and one who understood me as the athlete, the coach, the teacher.
I couldn't be more proud of him. Like my son grew up, but I think it's more like I was just a big brother.
If you have somebody behind you that loves you, thinks about you, you do okay.
It was Hannah brought me here, and then James picked me up here, and all three of us just kept going higher. The journey is just not stopping, I feel like it's just getting started.
What do you think? Yes, please, go ahead.
Everyone, like I said it before, I want to help children, I want to help the world, I want to help everyone. That's my calling here. And I just started the Ortega Foundation to make and help the world become a better place.
Situation. Would you say MMA saved your life?
I would say the people around me saved my life. Not MMA, just the people around me, you know, like Henry Gracie, James Larson, people who said you're better than this, told me you don't belong in this world, and you know, pretty much MMA and jiu-jitsu and training gave me an escape, you know? Like I would always train, I would feel good, but I'd go back to doing what I was doing, and to have people who constantly on me, you know, like I feel like that love wasn't really shown when I grew up, you know. It was like I chose to do something, and even they said, hey, don't do this, like I still do it, I still did it. They're like, okay, you know, like even my own dad was like, you're gonna learn. But versus these guys, like, hey man, come on, what are you doing? Like, come on, stop it. Hey, dude, they're constantly on me. I'm like, man, why are you showing so much love? Like, but now it's like, man, they seen what I couldn't see, and that was like, dude, you're better than this. You can do good things in life no matter what you choose, but don't throw your life away. And it's like that movie in Bronx Tale, right? It said that the most wasted thing in life, or the most what they say is that the saddest thing in life is wasted talent, you know. And that's what I feel like the people around me, like Hannah and James, that they pretty much really helped me see that, you know.
If you stay in touch with it, about how like you're comfortable anywhere on the mat. We're talking about like skills, right? Boxing, jiu-jitsu, but you also have this mental toughness that we've seen where even when the fight's not going your way, you don't seem to panic. You don't seem to. Do you think you have a higher mental toughness in that capacity versus some of the fighters? You know,
I feel like I've been through so much that 15 minutes, 25 minutes of my life, it's not gonna faze me, you know? Like, the way I look at it is, what can you do to me that hasn't been done to me already before? What are you gonna do? You're gonna beat me up, or you're gonna hit me in the face for 15 minutes? Like, I've been beat up worse than that in my life, you know? So the way I look at it is like, my whole entire career, I've had nothing to lose. I've always been the underdog. I've always been counted out. And for me, that I just thrive on it. You know, I always say it's cool being the underdog because I'm cool in my doghouse. You know, I love it. I love when the doubters are there. And especially when I'm in there, there's always like that, hey man, like I'm still in the game, you know, I got a chin, you know. It's been proven the doubters, I don't really let them get to me. You know, like I see the comments, it's inevitable, you're gonna read what they say. Sometimes you're like, I just wanna write back. And like, I really wanna, like, you know, some points you're like, dude, how can you deny like the fact, you know, and then you're like, wait, why are you, I'm like writing in, I'm like, don't send it, bro, don't send it, it's not worth it. And then like the next day, my friend's like, did you see what that guy wrote? Like, I wrote back to him, I was like, no, I was like, what'd you do? To the point where like a lot of fighters I fought, they had blocked my friends. Like, I got one friend who's famous for getting blocked for always just defending me, you know? And I'm like, bro, just leave it alone. He's like, nah, F that, man. Like, you're my homie. Like, I got your back. I'm like, all right. Go ahead. I'm like, what do you write back, though? But it's cool, you know? I fall hype to it. But, I mean, other than that, it is what it is, you know? Like, no matter what you do in life, if you're doing something good, you're always going to have haters and doubters. So I just leave it at that.
you're talking.